Yesterday, some people got killed. Today, we are alive. God is good. All the time. Blessing to be alive. This morning, because some people went out yesterday and got killed. It's a blessing that we're still here. If we're being anywhere. This morning, I want to speak to you shortly on the team criticizing and laborers. Criticism and laborers. In life, we all become critics. We all look at somebody doing something and we begin to either say, oh, look at her, oh, look at him. What she or he is doing is not good. Sometimes we condemn somebody, and when they give us the position that person has been in, we're not able to function like the person. But we were critical of that person. When Liberia got into the crisis with Willie Tower about rice, who have been $8 a bag, when Samuel Doe and Barker Matthew then took over, they could not make the rice $8 a bag. But Willie was already killed. When you're not in the position, you're not able to know what goes on until you get into that position. When our children are not mothers and fathers, they condemn the parents. But when they become mothers and fathers, they realize that it took a tough time for mommy and daddy to keep them going to reach where they are. Amen. Then some of their tone can change. The way they used to talk to the father and mother, they can't talk like that no more. They start talking, they give it to mommy and daddy, they don't give it no more because you know what? Life is in the hand. Amen. And they got to do what they got to do for themselves to walk the walk. Amen. We criticize. We criticize. So now we criticize so badly that we criticize our very own husband, our wives, our children. Yep. Like this morning, I got a call and somebody said, I told my son to wash the bathroom. The boy is still lying there. I don't know why God gave me this boy. And I said to her, stop. I wonder, can you take a retrospect and realize when you were his age, what did you do? Sometimes you even did worse. No, I didn't do that. Okay? Instead of criticizing the child, help the child to get to that place. And I spoke to the little boy. I said, man, remember the Bible said, honor your father and your mother. Mommy said, do something, get it done. He said, okay, Pastor, I'm going to go wash the bathroom. So it was with Jesus in Jesus' day. When you go back to the book of Matthew chapter 9, it reads us. So he got into a boat, Jesus, crossed over and came to his own city. Then behold, they brought to him a paralytic lying on a bed. When Jesus saw their faith, he said unto the paralytic, son, be of good cheer. Your sins are forgiven. And at once some of the scribes, and listen who they are, the scribes, and said within themselves, this is blasphemy. Scribes and other people who stood by, they charged Jesus with blasphemy. Amen. That means Jesus was doing the wrong thing spiritually. They criticized him. They took it back to their group and said, man, this guy is blaspheming to be God. To say that your son, he said to this paralytic man, your sin are forgiven. They criticized Jesus for that. Isn't this Joseph and Mary's son? Talking about your sin are forgiven. Who is he? We are the scribes, we are the lawmakers, we are the religious group of people. We are the one that should be doing that, not him. Joseph's son, little girl, Jewish Mary running around here. Father carpenter, talking about your sin are forgiven. Can you imagine that? But what happened? They saw the marvelous work of God. The paralytic woke up. The crippled guy stood up to his feet. and begin to walk. Let the church say amen. Amen. Please go to the floor, please. Jesus was also criticized for the attitude towards fasting and praying. And you go into Matthew chapter 9, verse 14 to 17. They're criticizing. Then the disciples of John came to him saying, why do we and the Pharisees fast often, but the disciples do not fast? And Jesus said to them, can a friend of the bridegroom mourn as long as the bridegroom is with them? You see, I love the way he responded to them. The Pharisees said, why? John and his disciples are fasting, but you, Jesus, and your 12 boys are not fasting. What's wrong? Then you say you're the Son of God. They criticize him again. And let us in the church, when some people fast and pray, oh, the Holy One in the church, many are called, but few are chosen. Amen. God will bless you when you begin to fast on his behalf. One of my buddies just left seminary 2 days ago. He called me and said, man, I am so discouraged. I said, why? He said, about fasting and praying. He said, the professor at Who Theological Seminary told him that, who told you Jesus fasted? Who told you fasting will take you anywhere? And I said to him, oh, you understand you're in a graveyard. Because seminary are for people to learn the word of God, but when you go there, those professors who are well learned, when you feel discouraged about the Bible, you will not want to believe it. But they are the same people in their closet get down on their knees and call on God. But they teach you about God. They criticize him again. They criticize him. They also criticize Jesus in Matthew chapter 12, 1 to 14, about the Sabbath day. What? On the Sabbath day, you were not to do anything on that Saturday morning, from sunrise to sunset. I know my grand-uncle used to observe that woman with that cook in our house on Saturday. They believe it was just, it is in the Old Testament Sabbath. But you see, we worship on Sunday because Christ rose again. Let the church say amen. Amen. So above all is the resurrection of Christ, because if Christ have not risen, where will we be? Will we still be trying to look for sheep and go around here spotless? Yes. You buy your food. How can you afford a sheep or goat? But things speak to God. Amen. Again, for his grace and mercy upon us. I also want you to look at the book of Luke chapter 10. Luke 10, verse 2. And what does it say? Then he said to them, Jesus now, the harvest truly is great, but the laborers are few. Therefore pray the Lord of the harvest to send our laborers into his harvest. Into his harvest. Remember that God created this world. Go your way, behold, I send you as lambs among wolves. Oh, isn't that deep? When you send sheep in the midst of wolves, or lions, or tiger, you know you are consumed. And you watch the animal show. Can you imagine the lion and the tiger can be so still that when the deer deer are also sensitive. They smell one another. They hear so of a distance, so within 10 miles. Yeah. Just when the lion was with me at one spot, probably even start breathing, just with me watching to see a deer passing by. So can you imagine if Christ is sending us as lambs in the midst of war? Yeah. That means whatever you do, they will criticize you. That is the fear we have today. We condemn the Jehovah's Witnesses. We call them cult. But yeah, are the people that are going from door to door, knocking on doors to door, with no fear, no favor, no, whether you criticize them or not in the morning, they don't care. They will knock your door. used to do that too. When I get them, I do it, not going to open that CD, I can do that, okay. You condemn the God, but you got to hear them. You got to be civil with them. Can I help you guys? Oh, you know, we are from the witnesses. They know that you will reject them, especially when you're standing at your door. They expect rejection. You think they are discouraged? No. They are not. They will stay there, they will explain themselves to you. They got confidence. Thank God they have moved to another level. But Jesus Christ. And that's why he told the people about John's disciples. He said, if they're not against us, that means they are for us. We both may not be preaching the same message, but they are for us. As long as they are proclaiming Jesus Christ crucified, resurrected, it is alive. They are preaching the good news, the gospel. That's what matters. Our people today don't believe in Jesus Christ. Yeah, we all believe in God. The Muslims believe in God. Everybody believes in God. That's a universal belief, God. But when it comes to Jesus, it's a difference in between. Now remember in his word, he said, I and the Father are one. Yes. The harvest is great, but the laborers are few. Jesus looked at his disciples. After he had sent, he was about to send them out. I'm sending you as disciples, as sheep in the midst of wolves. Revival is coming up. Revival is coming up. Number one, the revival starts with you for you to be able to invite somebody else to the revival services. Are you ashamed to just tell somebody, oh man, can you come to my revival? September 11 to 14, stop by. Even though the person will give you all the different excuses, give that invitation. Tell somebody. Invite somebody. That's why there are many people out there who are frustrated, who don't even know God, who even became Christians, but have fallen back into their old track. Why? Because we as Christians, we are selfish. We are critical. We don't welcome everybody. Trust me. That's when a guy walked through here just now smelling with feces all on him. And I'm sitting over here in my leg, look at flesh suit. And he can't say about me and I smell that feces. The next thing I want to do, I'm looking at him like a stupid guy. Selfish. Critical. We criticize. That person could have been Jesus. I know I saw on Facebook the pastor dressed even in his church in ragged clothes. Everybody coming by, you know, oh, man, give me something. Excuse me, please. I want to worship God. Sit down there. In our heart, we are biased against that person. Why are you just begging? So go look for work. The Bible says, do not hesitate to entertain strangers. They may be Indians. Somebody told me another story when during the war they were in chaos. Everybody ran out of the forest. Only the pregnant woman and another guy was left in that forest. Only in that forest, and the girl was about to have life. All the other girl was saying, Lord, the girl will die in my hand. They said they were guns firing from everywhere. The girl was about to have the baby. That woman never delivered anybody before. They all were crowded girls. They didn't know what to do. Over there, blue sky, in the downfall, they saw somebody coming with white on. And the bag on hang down over here was taken in the hand. Just about the time the girl was about to give way. And the old man said, you know, the war going on by window, nothing, just need my hand. He said, oh, man, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And the old man sat there with them, told her how to deliver that girl, even gave her something to cut the umbilical cord and everything else. And right after he got done with that, he said, wash her out, wash the baby out. And he took something out of his bag for him to wrap the baby in. And walk away. By the time the girl looked back, the old man was gone.
Amen.
From that day, the girl faith changed. But God will not appear to us in so many forms as an hours in our lives. The other guy said she would have been praying. Lord, what can I do? What will I do? The girl would die in my hand. How will I explain to her people? And she had another young child, had her own child. 2 young children not even walking. Yes, a pregnant woman is delivering in the midst of the war, in the dark forest. When they got in the town, they asked, did you see nobody? Oh, no, they saw nobody. Church, the laborers are so many. The workers are few. Are we going to make changes in this church before we to be 60 in church? Look at us today. Are you inviting somebody? Or are you just criticizing the rest of us? One time they said, I was the cause of people leaving the church. I who came? It was by God's grace people came back. But then they said, I was the cause. People were going. I said, to God be the glory. Because if I came with 5 here, some days 7, then we packed on 7, remember in this church, with 23 seats. But it is us that drove the people away. It is us that can bring them back again. Some people want to come back, but let me tell you the truth. I'm supposed to come back to what they tell me. The church loves to condemn people, criticize people. Some don't want to take communion from the hands of other people because they have said so much about you and me. And I said to them, you're not coming to church to serve anybody. The Lord wants you to come and worship Him. The harvest is ripe, but the laborers are few. So we need to pray that God will send us a new heart, a new mind, a new mindset. It is my prayer that God will raise up new generation from this congregation that will go out on the outside. That He said in Matthew 19:28, go ye into all the world and preach my gospel. Convict them of their sins. What are we doing to fulfill God's work? We're laughing in church, we're chewing the gum in church, we're discussing in church. How? When you're doing that in the house of God, you're not able to bring somebody in. Even when you bring somebody in, and the person sees that your attitude does not resemble the word we carry Christians, we are Christ-like, they will not want to come back. The laborers are few. The harvest is great. We need to pray. We need to call on God. We need to ask God to do what He has to do. And when you do so, you will see results. God bless you.